So
You look a bit shocked.
now, now I'm thinking actually whether to edit the part of this video. But no, I really wanted not to create, controversy. But the thing is, I think juniors should know this because you. Hello, all. This is Dr. Dheeraj Masapu. I'm a consultant anesthesiologist, and today we have Dr. Neha, who is a consultant anesthesiologist. I think you've seen her before. She's come in several of my videos, and the video links I'll keep in the description. But today we have come with a different agenda. So Neha, the question is about the marriage. So marriage during the post-graduation time or after the post-graduation, so which is better? Because the reason I'm asking is during post-graduation time it is going to be hectic. So should they marry at that point of time or should they wait, finish that and marry after that? So what is your opinion? And please tell us if some examples you have, you can tell those examples of your friends or something.
That's actually quite a relevant question, especially for females who are going to choose this branch or who are already doing anesthesia PG. It's different for everyone basically. So, what is that proverb? The same shoe size doesn't fit everyone. Yeah. So, for me, my story goes something like that. I got married in second year of PG and it worked beautifully for me. Second year, so suppose let's take first scenario that you have to kind of get married during your PG days. So whether it's a 2-year diploma or a 3-year proper primary DNB or MD anesthesia, second year is the best time to get married.
Why second year you're choosing?
Coming to that, first year you will be, first 6 months you are going to be confused like anything. So why are you adding one more, confounding variable to the mix? So you are, kind of, your feet have just hit the ground. You are trying to balance out things, trying to understand about the subject. Your department is trying to understand things about you, what kind of, a person you are, what kind of a PG you are. So first year is all about, getting to know each other, department and the PG and the department, right? Third year is all about exams and fine-tuning your skills. So third year kind of goes in that. Second year is when you are, accustomed to the system knows you, and you kind of are on autopilot mode, so to say. So you know what exactly you have to read, you are in the rhythm basically. So in that case, when you add marriage to the mix, whether it's marriage or engagement or whatever, you are at a comparatively better position in your second year PG.
Okay.
First year, you're too new to everything. Right, so you're not that confident in your professional life to add one more thing into the mixture. Third year, your professional life again takes precedence because then clearing the exam is your main aim, priority. That's the priority. So in third year, if you are getting married, then obviously you have to be open to this thing that you may have to stay away from your husband for some time, or you may have to kind of shift to a hostel, or you may have to live, separately, from your in-laws or something. Because if you are living with your in-laws and then there is that added pressure to the, the whole thing, then it just doesn't work out. Whether it's an MD examination or DNB, you have to read for both. You can't just take things for granted, especially in medical field. That's what I feel.
So, according to you, we can marry during the...
Yes, I got married in my second year PG and I had a gala time second year. So, and mine is a love marriage, so we already knew each other. But it panned out well for me. Third year, my husband got accustomed to my night duties, 24-hour calls. So he understood, okay, this is how it works. So we were able to navigate the system in a much better way. So in third year, I moved to the married hostel with my husband. So it became easier for me because then after the, day's work, I used to go to library. Then my husband used to come back from his office and all those things. And then we kind of figured out a system. So I had zero, pressure because of the marriage thing that, I have to go back home, then I have to cook or take care of some other people or something. Not that I would not have wanted to, but at that point of time, my priority was my exam.
Yeah, so, you are lucky actually, but
yes,
you must be knowing some stories from your friends or something.
Definitely, but I think luck comes when you put in the hard work and the smart work. So you have to work smartly for that. So, you have to know what you're getting into. If you know it's a joint family system And if you know you're getting married into a joint family, then I would suggest probably finish off your MD or DNB, finish off your PG first, and then get into that. At least your professional thing is sorted.
Got it.
Then you can give extra attention and extra time to your personal life.
Okay.
If you feel that you can't do that, then just don't get into that. So you have to be a bit smart here.
Got it. I understand.
It's an informed decision. It should be a well thought out decision. It should not be like, okay, spontaneous, okay, let's get married. No, think about it.
So your husband is engineer.
Yeah.
So it's like marrying engineer versus doctor. What is like opinion? Because most of the doctors marry doctors.
Yes.
You married an engineer, so you
Yes.
have a different perspective, I think so.
Yes. So see, it has worked amazingly well for me, touch wood. So again, it depends mainly on the compatibility that you share. More than the profession that the other person has, it's about the compatibility. If the other person understands you, your profession, things become easier. That being said, we've had our share of challenges because there are certain things that are very typical to medical field that are absolutely unheard of in non-medical field.
Yeah.
Like we've been together so many years. Sometimes, when I'm doing a holiday duty or a 24-hour duty, so my husband, calls me ki, tera to fauji ka life hai. Due respect to all the defense personnel and everything. So, but that's the kind of understanding we have. And with that, this same thing has percolated in the extended family also, but they respect the fact that this is what my life is, this is what I have chosen, and they have to respect that because I respect my professional life. So basically you have to kind of be happy with what you are doing for the other person or your extended family to be happy with you or your profession. Being married to an engineer has panned out beautifully for me, so I would say yes, why not go for it. Doctor marriage, especially when you start thinking about having kids, that is where I find getting married to an engineer has an advantage because both of you will have that kind of schedule, both of you, and the medical profession is like that. You really have to put in the hard yards in your 30s, and 30s is the time when you will be planning a family, raising a young family. So either you have an amazing family backup, a battery of house helps, nannies, or joint family, someone is pitching to help you, but still that guilt is always going to be there that you are not there for the kid or maybe your family, for your husband. But then you have to see what works for you. If you don't have family support, probably getting married to an engineer might be a better idea. At least one side is sorted. If mother is not there, father is there, or vice versa. If husband is a doctor, wife is an engineer or a non-medico, then if dad is not there, mom is there. Both doctor, or then someone's career suffers big time. That's what I feel.
Because both will be in similar phase of the life.
Yes.
Both would be running for growing in career.
Definitely. Here we again have an exception where we have non-patient facing branches, so to say, the allied branches, anatomy, biochem, pathology. That's also fair enough, good enough, because then you have fixed hours.
Yeah, scheduled.
Exactly.
Got it. But clinical branches, it is going to be tough.
Yeah, if both are clinicians, both have their OPDs, both have to be on call 24/7, it definitely gets a bit difficult.
But some of your friends must be in that phase.
Yes, they are. See, again, some people have been able to manage, some people have not been able to manage. I'm being very honest. I can see that frustration in many couples. That we are not able to give time.
They must be managing with parents' help.
Yes. 90% of the cases, I think the doctor couples that I know, 90% of the cases they are having their parents or someone living with them.
Got it. Because with nannies, it's very unpredictable. Yeah. It is very difficult.
Of course. Unless the kid is, big enough to be left alone with the nanny. That too, if it's a gated community. If it's a standalone house and all, I don't think anyone is
gated community is more secure, I think.
Definitely.
Even though it is expensive to stay.
Definitely.
No doubt in that.
No doubt in that.
So coming back to our question, then like after marriage, after the post-graduation, getting married. So what is your opinion on that? Like waiting till, for example, in South India, after like 27, 28 years, there will be some kind of a pressure from the family, many parents. and the uncles and aunts will feel
Extended family, that's always there. That is one thing that is common to north and south.
That is there.
Yeah. No one is exempted from that pressure.
But I've seen in Andhra Pradesh that that is
Yeah,
how it
it's
is.
exactly the same,
Same.
if not more or less,
It is
up
similar.
there. Yeah. So,
But then how to actually that is one thing, and second, one more thing is as the age progresses, once you cross 30, will there be a decrease in chances of getting a good partner? That is one more fear that even the person also will have.
Not really. I don't think in today's day and age that should be a concern. See, if you click, you click. If you meet someone in your late 20s and if things click, go ahead. These are the decisions where you can't put too much of calculations in that. Okay, if I do this, what will happen? Permutation and combination. Even if it's an arranged marriage, you meet that person once, you meet that person twice. So if it clicks, it clicks. That's what I feel. So some things in life, every decision can't be taken by brain. Certain things have to be decided by the heart. That said, again, you have to take an informed decision. And when you are marrying, especially in an arranged marriage, it's like two families are getting married. It's the same in love marriage, but at least, some amount of compatibility with your husband or with your wife is already there.
Yeah.
So one thing is conquered. What is left to be conquered is the extended family, your in-laws.
Yeah.
But in an arranged marriage setup, everything is new. Your life partner is new to you, your life partner's family is new to you, and you have to get adjusted. So, if you feel your professional journey is not where you wanted it to be, so just sort one thing. Because if both the things are not on the same page or getting difficult for you to handle, then it kind of screws the other way around. Like your screwed up professional life will kind of do bad things to the personal thing, and personal life will kind of screw the professional. Sort out one thing,
Okay.
then move on to other.
So I think that in that way, finish post-graduation. And
Yes, if you feel that your extended family, it's a joint family, if it's an arranged marriage setup or a love marriage setup, if you feel that, I have to put in an extra effort in the personal side of things, take care of the professional side first.
Got
Just
it.
sort it out.
Got it.
One less tension for you.
Yeah.
Why do you want to kind of add burden to your already this thing? So just sort out one thing, sort it out, go over to the next, sort that thing out.
Next question is now after getting married, after post-graduation, so what kind of setup would be better? Like there are different setups. I'll give you options: corporate hospitals, private medical colleges, government hospitals, district hospitals, and small nursing home setups are there. And I think institutes are tough for everyone to enter. But if you stay in a place like Delhi, I think different institutes also you can enter. So which is better?
Again, I think more than your marital status, it depends upon your skill set and your comfort level. I can always give you my example. So I have done my primary DNB from a corporate hospital, and it's a very good corporate hospital, amazing hands-on things and amazing academics.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it can it's at par with any of the medical colleges, so to say.
You can tell the name of that.
Okay, so I have done my primary DNB from Batra Hospital, New Delhi, and but one conscious decision that I took after finishing my primary DNB was, it's a corporate hospital. Although I did get free hand and all, but I somehow wanted to just add on to my list. Okay, I can do independent lists on my own. See, whatever said and done, corporate hospital, the consultant will always be there. If the consultant likes your work, he or she may not enter the OT and give you that kind of leeway. Okay, let her handle the case on her own. But at the back of my mind, I always have that thing, something kind of goes little bit not according to the plan, I'll call the consultant in. That luxury many a times is not there in a medical college or government college setup. So I wanted to get that confidence. So I joined Safdarjung Hospital after that. 3 years of SRship, and I did all sorts of cases there on my own, sometimes even a 1-day-old, 2-day-old kid with a first-year PG and a second-year PG with me. I was myself a second-year SR or a third-year SR. That adds on to your confidence like anything.
Okay.
So marital status comes into the picture in terms of location. Now suppose if you are, like my PG was in South Delhi, Safdarjung is in South Delhi, I used to live in Gurgaon, take a metro and do up and down, right? So now if my husband was settled somewhere else, then probably Safdarjung might not have been a good option for me. I would have to see, okay, where do I work? It has to be closer to my house, or can I afford to spend 1 hour in the commute? Things like that. Then one more thing that comes into the mixture is if you're planning to start a family immediately.
Yeah.
Then you have to, the whole ball game changes.
No, that is the time. No, usually
That is the time. That is the time.
If it crosses beyond the Down syndrome and all the risks.
Exactly. So your early 30s, late 20s is the time when you are actually thinking about starting a family as well. So then you have to take those decisions. In a corporate, I don't know, it might not be that good an idea. Then you have to again think about a medical college kind of a thing where, you know.
Maternity leave also you get.
Yeah. So in my case, when I finished my SR-ship, I delivered after that. So I was not working anywhere.
Yeah.
So my CV has a career gap of almost 9 months.
No, will that matter really? Did that affect you?
It did. It actually did because when they calculate the experience, you know, where you are up for a promotion. So many people do see that. Ideally, in today's day and age, where you know we are talking about diversity, inclusivity, and all those things, ideally that should not come up. You know, what is a maternity break? You know, it's my right. It's the right of the kid to have unhindered access to the mother.
Yeah.
So my career should not be made to suffer for it. I have not suffered majorly because of it, thanks to the kind of people I got to work with later on. But yes, it does come up many a times during interviews. So you have a career gap of 9 months or something. It does come up. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It does come up.
Okay, but
that's the reality.
True, but
you asked for it.
Yeah, I asked because people should understand.
Yes, that's the reality. It's not a make-believe world that we are living in. This is the real world.
So then, so there is, and I've gone through many articles and studies and everything. In the healthcare sector only, there is a lot of bias. So I know this is controversial topic to discuss, but when there is a published article in the PubMed, why can't we discuss?
Yes, absolutely. By all means.
It is not a secret or something.
See, we have to make noise about all the right things.
Yeah.
So this is one of those things. We have to speak about it.
So what they say is there is a clear-cut difference between men and women in aspects. How they measured in the article is they've seen the growth in the career and the research grants proposal, the amount of money that men and women get, and also promotions and the kind of lectures. They would be called for lectures, conferences, and in every level they found bias. Difference is there. So, so the bottom line is men are actually favored. So they gave a reason. So did you feel the reason that they gave is implicit bias? So that means that it is not done on purpose. It's done in
I don't agree to that.
Unpurposeful.
I don't agree to that. Many a times it is done on purpose.
Okay.
Because see, at the end of the day, if it's an organization that has to make money, they will always look at the things which maximizes their revenue generation. So if they feel hiring a female is going to land them in a any sort of loss to their revenue, whether it is because of the maternity leave, whether it is because of the child care leave. See, you love it or hate it, if the child is sick, it needs its mother. We are not fools here. We know this is what happens. So that's the reality of life. So if the organization is not compassionate enough to understand this, then they of course are going to feel, okay, hiring a female, she may get pregnant, she may not get pregnant. If she already has a kid, the kid may fall sick, then she will take child care leave and all. It's going to push us towards loss and all. So why should we do that? Let's hire 2 males. In fact, if a female is coming at a higher position demanding a higher salary, they may think, okay, let us hire 2 male juniors. I don't know.
It is very ruthless to hear when you tell, but
because life is ruthless. This is life. This is real life. And I would not have said it if I had not seen it. But again, life has been good to me. But I see things around, and many a times it does happen. There is a pushback from many a times male colleagues, like don't hire females or don't hire more females or something like that. I'm not saying it has happened with me or this thing, but I do get to know this happens. This happens. It's unfortunate, but it happens.
So basically, the fear is about the maternity, kid care, child care, and those things only. Basically, that is.
I think so. At least in India right now, because not everyone is very transparent with their maternity leave policies, child care policies, leave policies per se, in healthcare especially. It's a very closed healthcare per se, all of us work in silos. We don't have a proper structure. I mean, they are trying to come up with all sort of structured things now.
In your husband's company, what?
Everything is sorted. I'm not going to name the company and all, but usually in I think any non-healthcare related company, these things are sorted. It's like clear cut. People have clear cut roles. They have clear cut leave policies. So I think this is more, question mark and confused in healthcare scenario. That's what it is. And I think this is a phenomena that is prevalent worldwide in many of the countries.
Maybe the medical council should solve this problem. Maybe.
Definitely, they should look into it. So, but I don't know how far they will be interested to kind of look into that. They may have bigger concerns like the number of seats or the number of doctors they want to add to the mix or something. But see, this new generation is very smart. One day or the other, someone is going to raise this point, and it can't be ignored for too long. That's what I feel. It can't be, and it should not be.
Got it. So
you look a bit shocked.
Now I'm thinking actually whether to edit the part of this video. But no, I really wanted not to create, controversy. But the thing is, I think juniors should know this, because for 7 to 8 years back, you didn't know all these things. No?
I didn't know. When I entered this field, I definitely didn't know any of these things.
So this information will help actually.
But it always helps, if you know what you're getting into. And I'm not saying that things are really bad everywhere. There are many good employers as well. So, but you just have to be on a lookout for them, and you should know about your rights, when to ask for, what to ask for. What I feel is that, one generation prior or 2 generations prior, this field was like, okay, jo mil gaya wo acha, ya humko to yahi wo, matlab, something like that.
Yeah.
So the new generation has to demand for it. They have to have that fire in them. Ki this is my right. I'm well within my rights to ask for it, so they should know what they are getting into. Again, I'm saying that not everyone is like this. Many a times, people have given promotions or opportunities to females. I think I can count myself as an example. So I am really thankful to have worked with such people, and I'm working with such people right now.
Got it.
So, but yeah, not everywhere you will find people like this.
So then, between institutions, like now the kid is grown, now you came to a stable situation where you can actually work, like maternity leave, all these phases are over. Now in a stable, like kid is some 7-8 years old or something. The responsibility part from the family side is decreased now. So then, which kind of a setup is better, you feel, like corporate or medical college or institute?
Again, depends upon what rocks your boat. I'm sorry, there are no clear-cut answers to anything. Yeah. But one of my good friends, she is working in a medical college setup. She has 2 grown boys, God bless them. But now, although she feels that her caliber is not getting used to its maximum potential in a medical college setup, many a times I have kind of suggested to her that why don't you come over to the corporate side. Something stops her always. Okay. About the work-life balance. Work-life balance is, I think, more in the medical college setup.
Yeah.
Work-life balance is not that great in a corporate setup, but again, in corporate, it also depends upon the, ethics and the ethos of your organization. So what is the DNA of that organization? Many corporate hospitals have an amazing DNA, so they believe in a good work-life balance and all. And I think we can count ourselves. So again, so we can't paint everyone with the same brush here.
Yeah.
So that's the reason. But you have to know what you're getting into. Again, I keep on saying. So if you feel that you have that spark in you, which is probably what I felt when I moved from a medical college setup to a corporate setup.
Yeah.
I felt the kind of, communication skills, soft skills that I have, and overall my personality, I felt it aligned more with a corporate style of working.
Correct.
My PG is from a corporate hospital, and then my SRship is from a government hospital, government institute. So when I compared the two, I felt more at ease and, more comfortable working in a corporate setup.
So now another scenario I would like to give you, like somebody who's got a gap between MBBS and MD, for example, some 3-4 years, and now she's not getting a seat in NEET. Should she keep trying for NEET, or should she marry at that point of time?
I think, biological clock is ticking for us, for females especially. So at some point of time, you have to be intelligent in life and not be too emotional about certain things. If she's already in her late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s and all, then probably it might be a good idea to settle the personal life first. And frankly, again, I'm being very direct and honest. If you have not been able to crack the exam in 3-4 attempts, it's okay. Maybe you are not, maybe medical profession is losing a gem like you, then you have to move on.
Openly, unlikely that you'll get in next 1-2 years.
Yes, because first 2 attempts or max 3 attempts, you are going to make it. After that, it becomes a drag.
Yeah.
Literally, it becomes a drag. Unless you had some factor that was binding on you, and then suddenly that factor got removed and your brain suddenly opened up to all the things. That usually doesn't happen. Second attempt, I feel, is amazingly well. Good, go for it. Third attempt also, why not? But even after 3-4 attempts, if you have not been able to crack it, then just leave it. Maybe you're meant for something bigger and better. Yeah. Look at it like that. Why do we always have to kind of, am I a loser if I just kind of leave it after giving? You did your job, you tried for 3-4 attempts. Maybe you're meant for something bigger and better in life. Yeah. One door closes, then other doors open up.
Yeah, nowadays I'm seeing many people who are not getting PG seats are making edtech platforms, and they're...
Yeah, exactly. They are hiring doctors. Yeah, exactly.
So,
yes.
And then they're starting their own hospitals, and they hire doctors. So they're actually making more money and more...
absolutely. I agree. So then who won and who lost? I mean, it's a cat and mouse game. Yes, I agree. But everything pans out well. You just have to, kind of have that focus, and you have a family, and then you have to kind of work towards that also. You can't just be bogged down by your own, ambitions and thoughts and all. At some point of time, you have to take that, 360-degree view of the life that you are going to lead.
Very ambitious women. What is very ambitious women? So, like they've been toppers since childhood, and now also they want to aggressively go. So they will have a lot of clashes mentally, I think, with kids. Very
ambitious women, more power to them. There's nothing wrong in being ambitious, first of all. So let me be really clear with that. But everything in life comes at a cost. So you can't be like, I'm extremely ambitious professional and all. I'm just talking mainly about the medical field, because
only medical field.
This is different. The kind of effort, both mental and physical and psychological, everything that you have to put into this profession is at an entirely different level. So for a very ambitious female in a medical profession, the yardstick is going to be different. So you really have to balance it out. It is going to be even more difficult for that particular female to balance it out. If she has an exceptional partner, we are talking about females here right now. If she has an exceptional partner, exceptional family support, I think she can conquer the world. It takes a village to raise a child, something like that. I think it takes a village to give support to a very ambitious, female in a medical profession. That's what I feel.
So parent support is the main thing, I think. So parents and
partner, yes, and after some time, in-laws also.
In-laws also.
Yes.
In-laws, parents and partner.
Yeah. So family backup has to be solid. That is there. It doesn't work in silos. You can't be a lone warrior and think that I will not take anyone's support and I will be a best mom, I will be the best wife, and then I'll be an amazing this thing. If it has happened with someone, you are God. If it has not, you need some support.
Practically, you need support, basically.
You need support, yes. You need support.
Got it.
So,
So then, anything else, like anything in your stories, something of your friends or anything you want to tell, just tell so that audience will.
yeah, so the group of 4 or 5 friends that we were in MBBS, so everyone is leading a different kind of life right now. If I look at it, telescope नहीं बोलेंगे उसको, it's a very out of body experience that I'm having right now. So I am sitting here in a corporate hospital talking to you about women in medical field. One of my friends, she's back in Jammu, she's in a government job, she's happy there, she recently had a kid. Again has support of her family, in-laws, parents in raising that small baby. One more friend, she's again in a medical college setup, in a private medical college setup, and raising her 2 boys who are kind of well grown, but she is accustomed to that life now. She doesn't want to move over to the corporate side. So everyone on the whole is kind of satisfied. They have made peace basically. So you can't be dissatisfied. That's what I feel. If you have chosen a path, stick to it, see if it works for you. No one should suffer because of the decision, especially you. You have to be happy for your family to be happy about you and your profession. If you feel this corporate life is not good for you, you're not able to give time to the family, and then your family life suffers, leave it. If you feel in a medical college you are miserable, you're not able to give your best, or your potential is not being utilized or recognized, and you feel miserable, and then you come home and take out the frustration, even that is not good. So you have to be happy first. See, believe it or not, a female is the fountainhead of a happy family. That's what I feel. I might be biased here, you might have entirely different view on this. But if the lady of the house is happy, contented, I have seen the whole house generally is happy and contented.
Correct.
So do whatever you can do to make yourself happy, whether it is medical college life, corporate life, government job life, or no profession at all. Do what makes you happy, then your family will be happy. This is what I have understood after so many years.
Understood. So it is perfectly right perspective actually. Even I feel the same.
Yeah.
I feel there's no doubt in that. Okay, Neha. So
was that too many controversies?
We'll come to know later once we release the video and see.
Okay. No, are we going to get banned?
So there is a controversy, but it will help many people, because you didn't know maybe 10 years back.
Not at all. Not even 5% of this.
Not 5. So now actually, maybe 5 years later, if you had done this interview, you would have told some other more things. So you'll also learn new things. Definitely. Because now you'll be taking more leadership positions in future. Then it will be more like the responsibility part will increase dramatically.
True.
So with that, when you manage home, then maybe a different interview after 2-3 years you can do with that.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that.
So thank you guys. I hope this video will help all the female subscribers in my channel, and thank you, Neha. And Neha actually manages academics in our hospital and consultant, and also manages her family.
I'm a multitasker.
She's a multitasker. I hope you should also have energy like her and manage all those things in future. Thank you very much. As usual, Dr. Dheeraj Masapu logging off. Roger that.
Bye bye.